Just letting you know, you can watch this review on YouTube, and you can also pay me $35 to watch it on my streaming service, Tom's Take Plus. Hey there guys, my name is Tom and welcome back to my movie channel. Thank you very much for joining me for this, my review of Disney's Jungle Cruise. Disney's Jungle Cruise stars Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Emily Blunt, along with Jack Whitehall and Jesse Plemons, and this is the movie based on the Disney ride similar to what they did with Pirates of the Caribbean. This was a movie that I really wasn't sure what to expect. You know, obviously The Rock is very charismatic, Emily Blunt's a great actress, and that was really the selling point for me to go and see the film, but I really wasn't sure what to expect out of the movie itself, and I've gotta be honest, this movie's fucking delightful. Seriously, the chemistry between The Rock and Emily Blunt is the heart and soul of the movie. Without those two, this movie, I think, falls really flat on its face. But obviously, Emily Blunt is fantastic in every movie she's in. The Rock is someone I'm a big fan of. You know, he just brings that natural charisma to every movie he's in. And even though he's been in some rubbish movies, he's always been a shining point of those films. And you know, another way to describe this movie is Disney's attempt at Indiana Jones. And The Rock has been saying that on Twitter for like 6 months. Jungle Cruise is our homage to Indiana Jones. And you can really tell, like almost shamelessly so, this movie is Indiana Jones. And I don't mean shamelessly in a negative term, because it actually really does work for the film. And it actually kind of, I don't know, brings a certain amount of charm to it, knowing that, you know, they're paying such respect to the Indiana Jones movies. And when I say they pay homage shamelessly so, I mean like very, very obviously so. Like the first act, and I'm not going to spoil anything, the first act of this movie is Raiders of the Lost Ark. The second act of the movie gets a little Temple of Doom, and the third act of the movie gets a little Last Crusade. And when you see the movie, hopefully you'll be able to understand what I mean by that. But I always get really nervous when there's a movie coming out and they say this movie's an homage or a love letter to some older film, because a lot of the times films try to do homages and they get really heavy-handed with it and beat you over the head with it, and it just gets annoying and irritating. But Jungle Cruise really does do a great job of being an homage, an obvious homage. And it is kind of on the head, and I could see how that would bother some people, but to me it worked perfectly. I genuinely think this is one of the better Disney live action movies, especially in the last couple of years. And I enjoyed most of the Disney live action movies, I think. They've been a little hit and miss. But Jungle Cruise is just a delightful movie. It's such a fun film that you just leave feeling really good about. And you know, you walk in, you watch Jungle Cruise, you watch Emily Blunt and Dwayne Johnson kick some butt, have a really fun adventure, and then you just leave feeling really happy and satisfied and have a brighter outlook on the world. One of the standouts of this movie is certainly Jack Whitehall. He's a comedian that I have enjoyed previously. I enjoy his stand-up work actually quite a lot. And he plays Emily Blunt's brother in the movie. Try saying that 3 times. Blunt's brother. He plays Emily Blunt's brother in the movie, and he is a scene stealer. He has a lot of funny moments. This movie in general is very, very funny, but Jack Whitehall pretty much sometimes, most of the time, steals the scenes he's in with a lot of the jokes that he has. Now, as far as humor goes in this movie, I thought it was really fucking funny. Like, the 2 words I would use to sum up this movie is delightful and funny. This movie's so funny. I laugh my guts out at this movie. And a lot of the humor is The Rock telling dad jokes. There's a whole running gag of him telling dad jokes. And look, I'm a sucker for a really good or bad dad joke, depending on your perspective. So the humor in this movie really worked for me. And again, the chemistry between The Rock and Emily Blunt, the chemistry between The Rock and Jack Whitehall as well, they have some really cool moments together, and as does Jack Whitehall and Emily Blunt. So that trio really works well together. This is a movie that I would definitely go to see a sequel to. I really did enjoy Jungle Cruise. It's one of those movies that you walk into. I love movies like this where I walk in not really sure what to expect from it, didn't have much overall excitement for it, and then to walk out feeling pleasantly surprised, feeling satisfied, feeling happy, and just having had a really good time. It's just such a good thing. And it's just, yeah, I just Jungle Cruise was a delightful experience. Have you guys seen Jungle Cruise? If you've seen Jungle Cruise, jump down in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts on the movie. And if you enjoyed this review, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that notifications bell so that you never miss out on my take on all things movies. My name is Tom, and I will see you guys next time.